I'm going to go the 10 must-know smokes that you need to know to take your gameplay to the next level in Dust 2. I'm going to show you the lineups, exactly where to aim. I'm going to show you what the smokes look like. I'm going to show you for both CT and T side as well. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this and more tutorials. Now we're going to start off with the door smoke, which you can throw from T side. Now it's very easy when you spawn. You just want to line up with this line over here. And then you see there's a little dirt on the wall. You just want to aim just slightly above that. That's it. And you do a left click jump throw. And what's that's going to jump? It's going to go all the way around. And it's going to go through the door. And it's going to go into the gap like so. Now, why this is important, that gap over there is that way when you cross, the whole top is covered. So they can't boost, they can't get past you. And that's how you fully smoke the entire door all the way from T-spawn. Now, staying in T-spawn, to smoke A long, you want to come to this side. You just want to line yourself up with the corner of the wall, like so. And then you want to just, this right pipe, you want to go just to the right-hand side. I'm going to zoom in just so you can see a little bit of dirt. And you want to do a left-click jump throw. Now that's going to go all the way over, and that's going to bounce, and that's going to go deep in A long. Now why this smoke is perfect is that if you are coming out straight, you then push the person that's holding this angle to come out. Also, what you can do is, one of my favorite things is that you just throw a flash like this, turn, and then you can enter like so. If you want, you can just lower it a little bit if you want to smoke it up. Another quick tip is just going over here into the corner, and then just doing a left click throw, just roughly high. And that will basically go just a bit more shallower if you want it to pop a bit more nearer. And that way you have the near angle close as well. So you can come out fully clear without anyone going to be there. Now staying in T-spawn, we're going to go over B site. Now for B doors, one of my favorite ones to do is to go into the corner over here. And what you want to do is, you see there's a piece of dirt on the wall. You want to do a left click jump throw. And that's going to go all the way on top. That's going to bounce all the way through on the wall. And that's now going to smoke. And when that gets thrown, when you come out of tunnels, assuming you've thrown it first, you can see it has thrown all the way on top and smoked the whole of B doors off. Now the benefit of this one is purely timing. You can see by the time it's thrown, your team will be ready to come out, and then when it pops, you can see instantly pops and it breaks up and it blooms for the whole of the door. So you can't get through a boost and so on. You have to smoke doors. What if you want to smoke, as you can see, the corner over here on B site where the hole is? I'll show you how to do that very simply. So what you want to do is you want to line up over here into the corner. You want to aim a bit to the left hand side of the aerial, and you want to do a running left click jump throw. This is quite hard to get, but once you get it, it flies all the way on top. Then it bounces off the wall, and then it goes exactly in this corner, and that pushes that area over there. And you would have smoked doors, and you would have smoked that perfectly. Now, if you want to smoke Xbox, one of the best things you can do is, and do it safely, is from the top of T-spawn. What you want to come over is just come roughly over here, and you'll be covered. And I'm just going to zoom in. Can you see there's a piece of dirt on the wall? You just want to aim in the middle of that, and you also want to do a left click, walking, and that's going to bounce, and that's going to land directly on Xbox. And that way you can then go with all the space being clear. Now, if you want to learn this epic smoke that I throw all the way from short, and the benefit of this one is it kind of blocks boost, blocks goose, and it blocks sight for you to take control easily, is you just want to come over here, and you want to get stuck into this corner over here, and then you want to aim in the middle of the basket and do a left click jump throw. Now, when that goes across, that's going to bounce off the wall, and that's then going to bounce on the top of the box. And that way you can just flash yourself in. All you got to worry about is car. And then you just have to clear that side. And you can see, look, the person from Goose, they can't take you. Boost up gets blocked, and so does the entire of A site. Now, if you also want to do this smoke for A site, let's say there's someone on A site, there's a sniper, and you want to cover the entirety of A site and move up. What you want to do is you want to come into this corner over here. You want to crouch with control, hold control, and then you want to see this piece of dirt. You want to aim in a corner and do a left click jump throw. Now that's going to send it all the way up. That's going to then bounce, and that's going to bounce directly on sight. And that way when you come up, you can see that side is smoked, and you can shoot their legs if they're there. And it also smokes this corner all the way up towards the ninja, and you're pretty much safe. And bonus tip, if you want to smoke this one is very, very easy. You literally just want to aim at the two. Just aim roughly above an aerial. Don't have to be too precise. And you can get the smoke like so. And that one will go and cover the smoke so no one from CT can kill you when you go across, and you can combine them together. Now going to CT, this is one of my favorite smokes to throw because it comes from CT, but when it blocks doors, this one's actually really interesting because not only does it block division, it allows you to see the feet. You can see if I go on the other side, you can see I'm completely blocked off. But if I'm standing here, your feet can just about be seen depending on how the bloom of the smoke is. So this one's very simple. As soon as you spawn from CT, you want to get stuck into this corner over here. Then you want to aim at this box over here. I'm going to zoom in and you do a left click jump throw. And that's then going to go all the way up. And that's going to bounce off the railing. Going to land in the boxes so they can't even stop it or stop it. And that way, when they do rush out, you're going to be able to kill them straight away. It's a really good smoke that blooms further in deeper, but also gives you the ability to see the legs and also shoot the opponent. Now what about for mid smoke from CT? Now one simple one you can do is just do a walk-in smoke like this, and then literally what you can do is you can just cross into the smoke if you really need to as safety and protection. That's not an exact smoke I want to show you, but that's just one quick one if you just want a really easy one if you want to smoke cross. Now from CT side, I'm going to show you how you can smoke top mid. So once you've cleared up, you want to come over here and you can safely do it, and you just want to aim at the top and you want to do a left click jump throw. Now this one's going to go deep towards T-spawn. It doesn't matter even if you mess up a little bit. If you go a bit to the left, a bit to the right, it doesn't matter too much. You just want it to go basically in all the way. It doesn't make a difference if you mess this one up, so fairly easy. And that one will stop the AWP normally stands there. Now what if you want to smoke short? Now this is a smoke that I do. Basically I aim on the left hand side over here. I do a left click jump throw. Now this one's going to bounce on the outside. Now this one is actually not a bad smoke. I use it sometimes because it kind of does 2 in 1. It kind of stops the smoke a little bit on the left hand side, which forces them to go on the deep right. But you can see there's the kind of boxes in the way. But then you can see it also smokes a bit of short. So if they are trying to cross short, they have to blindly do it through the smoke. And then when they come out, you'll be there to kill them. So it kind of gets a bit of a both. I'll just show you again. If I rethrow it, you can see it comes over, bounces off the wall, blooms out to the left hand side with the new volumetric smokes. And as you can see, when you're on this side, it's very difficult because the boxes are here. The only way that you can fully commit is if you come out all the way to the side over here. This is one of the best smokes you can do for mid. Now let's say you're playing on A site, you can throw a really nice B tunnel smoke if you want to help your teammates retake all the way from A site. So you just want to come into this corner over here. It doesn't have to be an exact science, but you see where the 2 wires are, where they kind of connect with this piece of fern. You want to do a left click running jump throw. Even if you extend too much or you overextend, it's completely fine because you'll roughly get it into that region like so. So you can see, even if I go, let's say a bit too much to the right hand side, and let's say for example, I run for a bit too long, you can see you're still going to get that bouncing angle. So even if it is a bit too far, it will still work like so. And that's a good way for B tunnel retake. Another B tunnel smoke you can do from CT, it's not the exact science here, but you just want to go over here and you can see that second column on the wall. You just want to aim on the top and you do a left click jump throw. And it's not an exact science, but at least that will help you, at least your teammates on this side. And that way you can have B site covered from tunnels. And if you have a Molotov, you just come over here, you just do a running throw. You can get the corner like so. And one of my other favorite Molotovs to do is this one over here, where you do a jump throw and that goes on top. And that Molotov site to help deny the plant, and then you'll have that side smoked off as well. I want to show you this beautiful smoke all the way from B site, which can help you smoke off short. Let's say if your opponent's on A site and they're calling for support, and let's say maybe they're out on long. And to do this one, all you want to do is you want to go on to B site and you just want to jump over here on the first step like so, get stuck into the corner. And then you just want to crouch and you just want to aim at the corner over here. So you see this rivet over here, this kind of square piece. Do a left click jump throw. And that's going to go all the way up top here. And that's going to bounce. And that is then going to perfectly smoke off short. And finally, let's say defending A site and you're in trouble. You can throw this quick smoke very, very safely from here. You just want to crouch, get into the corner. And you can see this line over here. You just want to line that up with this post over here. So a line which can go directly upwards. Aim in the middle of the post just about here. So look, with the white line on the left hand side. Line up to the white line over here. Very, very simple. Just over here would be the exact one, and that would be the normal left click throw, and that would be the one to help you. So let's say you are stuck behind this, you have nowhere to go and you're stuck here, just crouch, line it up like this, get the white lines to show up. It doesn't have to even be too exact. You can see I roughly throw it over here, and that would be a smoke that will bounce, and at least that will cover you from pit while you wait for your team to reinforce, and you can safely try to clear that area, or if you want to, you can widen out and get this area like so. And that is the top 10 smokes on Dust 2. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this.